Aloha from Hawaii, everyone. My name is Joe, and I would like to take a few minutes here to detail how an outstanding nonprofit organization, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, or VFW for short, puts servant leadership into action. Thank you for watching this short briefing on my YouTube channel. If you like this video, please let me know with a thumbs up like. Here is an overview of how I will break down the way the VFW puts servant leadership into action. I will start with a little information about the VFW and showcase just some of the principles of servant leadership the VFW employs throughout its organization. These principles will be taken from Jonathan Sandling's 10 Principles of Servant Leadership article found on his webpage. The reference for this is located at the end of the briefing slides. Next, I will show the interrelationship success has with impacting people and the community in a positive way. These three aspects feed into each other in order to produce the other. You'll see what I mean when we get to that slide. Finally, I will highlight some of the valuable servant leadership principles important to me and assess whether or not I think they should or could be incorporated into my own organization. Taken from the VFW's website, the VFW is a non-profit veterans service organization comprised of eligible veterans and military service members from the active, Guard, and Reserve forces. It got its start when veterans banded together and formed organizations that would eventually also band together and become known as the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States. The principles of servant leadership from Sandling's article the VFW showcases are the principles of empathy, healing, awareness, and community building. I will detail each of these on the following slide. By definition, Sandling's principle of empathy states, servant leaders are able to deeply understand and empathize with others. It is important to recognize and accept people for their uniqueness and understand their point of view. The VFW truly understands the people and community it serves along with the various issues they encounter. Through the VFW Unmet Needs Program, the VFW provided $4,913,864 in housing and financial hardship grants since 2004. These grants undoubtedly aided to boost the lifestyle of thousands. Sandling's principle of healing states, it does not mean physically healing, but rather healing on a more holistic level. This can be achieved through discussion, coaching, mentoring, and relationship-oriented leadership styles. The VFW achieves this principle through two programs such as volunteerism and seeking medical justice. The members who support the VFW offer $9.4 million volunteer hours each year towards improving the quality of life for VFW members. This ranges from home improvements to subsistence assistance. As for medical justice, the VFW filed 15,000 VA claims in fiscal year 2018, resulting in $155 million in disability compensation for veterans. The principle of awareness states, having a wider awareness of yourself and others is a common trait of effective servant leaders. Understanding strengths, weaknesses, and areas for development and support is crucial for maximizing performance. The VFW understands one area for development and support rests in veterans' rights. With over 2,000 representatives across the states and abroad, it is no shock that over the past year they were able to catapult veterans' rights and benefits in legislature. The principle of community building states, servant leaders seek to identify ways in which social and task-oriented communities can be built amongst those who work within their organization. As you can see, the numbers clearly show the size of the community the VFW has grown. With over 1.6 million members across 6,251 posts worldwide, the community of the VFW is quite large and continues to expand by motivating young students to understand what it means to be patriotic. This sense of patriotism grow potential future service members, which grows potential future VFW members or supporters. Next, it's time to see the correlation between how success in executing these servant leadership principles helps achieve success while still having a positive impact on people and the community. As you see here, the cycle of success versus positive impact on people and community is circular, with each individual aspect feeding into the next. Positive impact on people and community will breed organizational success, just as this same success will breed positive impact to the surrounding area. Taken from the VFW fact sheet, Here are some highlights from within each individual aspect that ultimately further showcase how the VFW puts servant leadership into action. I will pause for a few moments while you read these massive impacts the VFW has demonstrated to have. Finally, it's time to assess what servant leadership principles I believe are valuable to have and if they can be incorporated into my organization. I'm sure it is no surprise, but these are the servant leadership principles from Sandling's article of 10 I believe are valuable: empathy, healing, awareness, and community building. Yes, the same ones the VFW has been shown to excel in. Can they integrate into my current Air Force organization? Absolutely. The Air Force prides itself on building impactful leaders, and servant leadership is amongst those topics emphasized in order to do so. These principles will directly influence how my direct team and ultimately our headquarters as a whole achieve success together. My current role is being a branch chief over 5 sub-branches within the Protection Services Division. By executing these principles and valuing my team for who they are and what they bring to the fight, we'll be able to impact our respective people and communities to reach organizational success as defined by our higher headquarters. It was great reflecting on some principles of servant leadership and assessing how a nonprofit organization such as the VFW demonstrates them. A successful organization of servant leaders has a strong impact on the people and community they are surrounded by. As a service member myself, I can't help but to give one final plug for the VFW. If you are looking for an outstanding organization to support that has far-reaching positive impacts as demonstrated throughout this briefing, visit their webpage as seen on the final slide here for more information on how you can do so. Thank you for your time and for watching this video on how the Veterans of Foreign Wars organization demonstrates and actions servant leadership through some of the many servant leadership principles. I wish you all well, and always remember, your people are the true asset. Their success is your success. Their failure is your failure. What you invest in them will ultimately show in your results. Aloha, everyone.